Hello everyone, Justin to Gaming here, and today I have a brand new goalie build for you guys to try out. This build comes from one of the best EASHL goalies out there, and he's here to talk about his build today. So Toast Nation, aka Stamtoast, thanks for taking the time to share your thoughts on goalie builds.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
So I'm going to go to the leaderboards and just show your club stats, and you can just quickly tell us your Sixes experience, your Can-Am, LG, all that stuff, just to show you're not just another goalie.
Well, I started off playing goalie around NHL 13, it's a little bit of small games, and then I got into some Sixes leagues, like League Gaming, at the end of NHL 14, and had some pretty good success there. I've won a Vesna, I won the Cup last year, and I'm the owner of the Boston Bruins right now. Also a part of Can-Am, which is the best Canadian and American players. We actually just took the Can-Am Championship,
Go America.
13-8. And I believe I went 5-1 there. Played some pretty competitive games against some really good players. It's a lot of fun. And I'm a part of Pro Series, which is competitive sixes for money, pretty much. I've had decent success there. Haven't gone as far as I'd like to, but that's pretty much that.
So you're consistently playing against the top players. As you said, Can-Am, only 5 goalies for America and Canada get to make that side, so the fact that you're one of the 5 goalies just shows how far you've gone. So as of this build, I've used this for about 2 weeks, and so far it's worked out great for me, and the viewers really win because they get a kick-ass goalie build, and we'll get to pick your brain on some of your goalie build. So the first thing that I noticed was player info. Immediately the first thing that jumped out, 6'5". Most people go for the max height. It hasn't really worked out for me. I usually go 6'7", but why 6'5"?
Well, at the beginning of this game, I started around 6'9", 270 because that was my NHL 14 build, and I assumed this game was pretty much the same game. But I figured out that I was letting a lot of terrible goals bouncing off me. I just wasn't liking it, so I would just decrease the height, decrease the weight until I felt comfortable. And I was playing a lot of HUD at the time, and I was figuring out that the shorter goalies are actually playing better for me. It's like that kind of factored into it a little bit.
They were like the Pecorines or the Ben Bishops. They're tall, but not super tall. Well, Ben Bishop's pretty tall, but Pecorine, I think, is only 6'5".
Yeah.
The other thing I also noticed, 212, a very specific goalie weight, but you said there was nothing really behind that?
No. I, go from around 205 to 220. I just didn't want to have, like a flat 210, 215 number, so I kind of just picked the weight in the middle. 212 sounds good, so I just went with it.
But you sort of agree that like go on the heavier side, maybe not too heavy, but it's harder to get knocked around when someone crashes your net.
Yeah. When I used to play around like 6'9", 6'8", I'd like to be big, get the cutoff angles and hold my crease, but I wanted to be fast, so I also tried like a 170, and I felt like I was getting hit around, and these pucks are going in off me, crashing the crease. It just wasn't very effective, so definitely the heavier you are, it really helps you, composure in the crease, I think.
Agreed. And now I'm on to the attributes part, the reflexes first. And we both agree angles does nothing, but most importantly, max out those 5 gaps, highs, lows. But the one thing that really caught my attention was stand up. So why come you say I hated stand up at first, now I'm starting to like it. How come you go stand up?
Well, after NHL 13 of the goal line goalie, sitting butterfly, it's been really difficult to save those wrist shots. People have been, more likely to take these wrist shots from the slot, and I think that 94 high on both sides really helps defend those. It's really difficult to, say 92, 94. There's not a big difference, but I think there really is. Even 94 to 90 doesn't seem like a big difference. I think it really makes a difference because playing stand up is. I also stand up most of the time. I don't go butterfly too much, so I think it's really helpful to stuff those shots. I think that's the biggest weakness that most goalies have.
Agreed. And as you said before, most people like to shoot high.
Exactly.
All right. So as I head on to puck control, it's a very simple category: shot recovery, rebound, max those out. Passing is just because there's nowhere else to put the points. But if you had to pick between shot recovery and rebound control for those just starting, what would you go with?
Definitely shot recovery, because that's just like someone's coming down, they rip a shot low, try to get a rebound. You can that rebound control. I mean, you can do as much as you can with it, but if you have that shot recovery to get the angle on a second shot, it's huge.
Definitely. I mean, anything that you can do when the defense can't help you out and clear the puck, always make that second save. So last but not least, athleticism. We talked about this before the shooting. Vision's always the most important. But what about speed versus agility? That's always the age-old question between goalies. What would you go with between speed and agility?
Definitely I'd go with agility. So I believe that's moving when you're transitioning from stand-up to butterfly. You're moving across the crease or whatever you're doing, trying to cut off the angle, going butterfly. I think it helps readjust to the angle and actually do a little bit faster so you can get in position. And for speed, I think it's just moving like laterally while you're standing up. So I would definitely go with agility, but my speed goes anywhere between 80 to 85, depending if I'm playing lobbies or club.
So last but not least, I'm just going to show the hockey shop boosts, the ones that you had from when you gave out the build. So any last words while I quickly show off the hockey shop boosts?
I would just say if you try the build, stick with it. It's a really good build to use. You just don't forget to stand up, stand up goalie build. You don't want to be sitting butterfly the majority of the time. You should go butterfly when the puck is in close, but you can even make those saves while you're standing up and not hold left trigger down. So don't give up on it. Give it a couple games. I figure you try it out, you might like it. If not, I have a couple other builds that are little variations of it that might help you guys out, but this is definitely my best build, I would say.
So there you have it. There's the Stamtoast build. Thanks for taking the time out. I'll leave my Twitch and Twitter links below. I should be streaming Tuesday and Thursday night. Remember, Thursday night is a night playing with the subs, and I'll not only be playing, but I'll also be streaming it. Stamtoast also has his own YouTube channel. He just started it. It's called Toast Nation. I'll leave that link below. As Stamtoast said before, give it some time. It took me about 2 weeks to get used to this, and now I'm loving this build. So there's your goalie build. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.